Hey, Scarefest fans, this is Joe Lewis of Bonehead Weekly, and this week's review is one that's pretty good, although there's some of you that's just not going to like it. It's not going to work for you. And that's okay. That's what art is. We're going to talk about 2026 Obsession. Now, I thought I'd see this movie by myself in the middle of the day, took some time off from work, and the movie theater was pretty packed. And I jumped a couple of times, but it wasn't really scary as much as this movie is unsettling for anyone who's ever been in more than a few relationships. It's fairly unsettling because I think there are triggers in this for a lot of us. I don't necessarily mean triggers for PTSD, just triggers for, oh, yeah, that was rough. Oh, man, I've heard that before. Oh, yeah. So I was sitting there going through with a lot of that. To the point of where I don't know that I enjoyed the experience, but it was definitely an experience, which means that the guy who wrote and directed Curry Baker is an artist. Now, I'm not familiar with any of his YouTube videos. He's a YouTuber. This would be the second time this year I have reviewed a YouTuber's movie, not knowing anything about them beforehand, and I've came out and said nothing but positive things because Curry Baker is going to be has a voice, and I hope to see some great things out. I know his next movie is going to be another Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I think we need a hole in the head. If he's going to do it, I'm going to watch it because he has an interesting voice. He wrote and directed this. It's a micro budget, less than $1 million. That shows up mostly towards the end, not really through some of the makeup. Some of the makeup changes, and you're thinking the original Evil Dead. Some of the complaints I've heard about this movie online are about the lead male actor, and I actually get it because I don't understand him either. He can't commit. Well, that I get, but he can end things. He can't initiate things. He doesn't know how to talk to anyone. He doesn't know how to talk to women. He doesn't do any of the things. I don't understand him, and he's very weak-willed. You won't like him. Most people won't like him or even empathize with him. And I think that plays for the movie. The actress who plays Nikki, the one who becomes obsessed, is Ende Navarrete. I hope I'm saying it right. Everything you've read about her being amazing in this is true. She holds this movie together. Her and the writing is excellent. It's like, oh, that sounds like people talking. And basically what it is a group of four friends. One guy, Bear, has a crush on Nikki. She's going to leave their work. He won't tell her. Everyone's trying to give him advice or tell him not to do it with the other two friends. And he basically finds this box of Wish thing. I've never heard of it before. It's maybe made up for the movie. I don't know. I didn't bother to Google it. It makes a wish that she would love him more than anyone ever. And then she does. And that's what the movie's about. A critique I'm going to use for movies that are coming up is a lot of times in these new, because I think we're in the golden silver age of horror. There's been some really good, even though there's a lot that sucks, there's been some really good horror films I've seen this year. And it's one of them. It's such an interesting movie. Not only does she hold the movie together, the fact that if you've been through a relationship where maybe one person is a little more into the relationship than you are, or vice versa, you've been more into it and go, oh my God, why did I let myself do that or say that? This movie's for you. If you've ever been in a relationship or failed relationships, like a lot of us, this movie's for you. And I have my fair share. God knows no one can screw up a relationship quicker than me or a situation. And so I really loved Obsession, but I didn't really enjoy the experience. And I know it's hard to explain, but that's what great art is, right? You was like, oh God, it just made me. And I understand why some of these people have visceral reactions. I hate that guy. This movie sucks. I don't understand it because part of me was in the middle of it going, are you in blah, blah, blah. But I know people like this, and you know people like this. I don't think he's an unbelievable character. I just don't think he's very likable. And I don't mean it as a criticism. So watch Obsession. If you don't like it, that's okay. To me, it's art. This has been Joe Lewis. I'm not telling you anymore. See Obsession.